Hello everyone, my name is Dark and we are playing some Ark Mobile. Today I'm going to show you how to beat the Obsidioequus. Let's go! Alright, so let's go ahead and start off by taking a look at what equipment I have. I have a pump shotgun with 110 damage. Not too great, not too bad either. We've also got armor, just standard armor, 450 to 550 armor. Durability is around the same, nothing too crazy. And then we also have stimulants. We need lots and lots of stimulants just in case, because his attacks can apply torpor. So without too much, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so the first thing you should notice when we enter this dungeon, or this boss arena, is the beer all over the little map here. Whenever we get into that beer, it will apply the beer effect, which means reduced damage, but also reduces our stamina. So you don't want to stand in there for too long, but it does reduce damage, so that's nice. It also will fill your thirst up, which is good because when you use your stimulants, you won't actually need canteens, which I have some in my hotbar. I've got 3 actually, which is not necessary at all, but I had it for the rest of the dungeon. And now the general strategy here is essentially just run and shoot. He will try to run up to you and hit you and use melee attacks on you. He'll also run back and try to throw dirt or mud at you, or I think he also throws poop at you. But that's what applies to torpor. So when he throws that stuff at you, try to avoid it as you're shooting him. But just remember, if he does hit you, just take a couple stimulants. No big deal. It shouldn't hit you, or it shouldn't kill you by any means, or even really deal any sort of damage. It's very minor. His melee attacks can do a little bit of damage, but as long as you're running and shooting, he shouldn't ever hit you too much, too close. And now, when he throws that barrel like he just did, now that can deal some damage. It's pretty easy to avoid though, so just try not to get hit by it. He also burps or belches just like that, as loud as he can. I've never seen him get louder, but I've also never seen him get quieter, so, you know, good for him. But yeah, when he throws that barrel, try not to get hit by it, because that will deal a little bit of damage, but you should be fine as long as you start running again. Oh, just like that. Alright, so I've taken some stimulants, got some medical brews going, and then, oh, there he is. He was right there. Let's try to run a little bit. Now, when you do turn around and shoot, try to turn around and shoot not on the beer itself, so that you're not draining your stamina, because it'll be a surprise when you start to run and you no longer have stamina. So make sure you're parking yourself on these little bits of actual land. Now, what I'm shooting him with is a pump shotgun. I prefer the shotgun for this boss for the same reason I prefer the pump shotgun for the large gorilla boss or the spider boss. It's a large boss, it's a large open area, and the pump shotgun typically will do more damage overall when all of the pellets are going to be hitting when compared to just the same amount of damage on a combo. It's generally going to be better with the shotgun. Now, what you just saw there was around this area, around the different around the map. I don't even know how many there are, but there's a few of them. There's little geysers that just shoot off periodically. I know that there's one by each of the towers of barrels, and what you saw there was I was actually trying to see if I could jump on top of the barrels, because I'd never tried it before, and it didn't seem to work, but maybe I just had the wrong angle. But do look out for those when you're running around. If you see it starting to look like there's a little, almost like semi-mist of beer in one little section coming up from the ground, that's where the geyser's about to shoot off. Try not to get yourself running right on it as it shoots, because as you saw, I did take a little bit of fall damage because it shot me up high enough, and I doubt you, like most other people, will have a parachute in your hotbar. I didn't have a parachute, and if you happen to be getting hit a lot, or for whatever reason, if you're low on health, that could potentially be the deal breaker there. So anyways, though, it's aside from all that, even with all that, it's a fairly simple, straightforward boss. It's not too complicated. He is pretty fast, so it almost feels like a lot of times you're running more than you are shooting. It's not quite like some of these other bosses where, one hit kills you, like the Dodo boss, or 2 to 3 shots might kill you with the dung beetle boss, and all these different bosses that do so much damage so quick. This one's a little bit easier just simply because he doesn't do that much damage. unless you get hit by the barrel or just stand right next to him. If you stand right next to him and try to sword this guy, good luck. Maybe you'll win. I don't know. I've never tried it, to be fair, but you know, you probably need some really solid armor if you're gonna do that. Because I'm sure if you just stand there and do that, he's probably gonna end up breaking your armor and killing you. But who knows? Maybe you've made it work, and if you have, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear if that actually does work and what your armor was and your damage on your weapon. Alright, so we're still just running around. He's hitting us. He's a really good, he's got a good arm. He'd make a great quarterback. For any of you football fans, he would make a great quarterback. It's probably better than half the quarterbacks in the NFL. Anyways, though, I do want to say the actual dino, the tame that this boss is based off, the Chalitherium, I think. I might be missing a syllable there. But the Chali, the one that looks just like this guy, but, you know, that roams around the island, they're actually a pretty solid tame. Because you can throw rocks at people and they do quite a bit of damage. You can also have them defend your base if you put them on aggressive and overweight them with weight and just have them stand in one spot. They'll throw rocks at, you know, attackers, which is not a bad thing to have. They're a fairly simple tame because you don't have to knock them out. They're passive. You just have to, you know, get close enough to them to give them the beer, because they're, believe it or not, just like the boss, they are tamed with beer. But you just have to get close enough to give it to them, but not close enough to attract their attention. But they're fairly good tames. Their attacks can also, I think their stone throw can damage stone, actually. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong there. But they're pretty good tames. So just something to think about if you guys have ever thought about taming something different. Alright, so we're about halfway down. His health is about halfway down. I'm a little more than that. So that's always good. Let's run to this one over here. Come on. Where is he? Oh, he always runs so fast. I feel like I only get 1 or 2 shots off every time. Which isn't a problem. I mean, I still end up beating him, but it's kind of time consuming. It's not like a quick boss, but that's alright. Shoot, I had to reload. Let's run over here. You know what would be really curious? I wonder if this would work. When you're in water with a canteen or a water jar, you can refill it even when it's in your hotbar just by tapping on it. I wonder if you use the water jar in this arena and you tried to refill it just like you would normally refill canteens with water or water jars with water. I wonder if you tried to refill it in the beer, if it would fill it with beer. Does anybody know if that actually happens? Has anyone tried it? I don't have a water jar on me. I just have the canteen, so I don't have a way of testing that. But that would be pretty cool. Because like the dodo boss drops dodo feathers all over the arena, which is a nice little resource to gather while you're fighting him. I wonder if this boss, if you can get beer. Because beer is pretty useful in raiding. It's useful in raiding. Takes time to make. But that would be kind of handy to be able to collect in here. Be kind of cool. If anyone's tried it, let me know. Comment. Let me know if you've tried it or if you know if it does or doesn't work. If no one's tried it and somebody is able to access this boss when you're watching this video, try it out and let me know. Leave me a comment. Alright, so we've got him down to 15k, 15k, 14k, 13k. Nice burp, sir. Excuse you. Alright, 11k. Oh, alright, right under him. Let's go ahead and run out of there. Reload. Oh, did you see that barrel he just threw right behind me? That's nice. Alright, we got him down to 10k, 9.9k, 9.7k, 9.1, 8.3. I wonder what you would nickname this boss. All the other bosses have nicknames. The Chalico Boss, I guess? I don't know. I guess just the Obsidioequus. Nothing fancy like every other boss has one. Or the Chalico Boss. Maybe that's the nickname. Anyways, though, we're pretty close to beating him. Like I said, it's just run and shoot. You can use a combo. You don't have to use a pump shotgun. I just like the shotgun better. But it's fairly simple process, a little bit time consuming. But as long as you don't, take too many risks, you'll be able to beat them. There we go. We have him beat. That is how you beat the Obsidioequus. If you aren't already a subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any future content. I am doing a PvP series right now. At the time that I made this video, or the time that I'm making this video, I've got a PvP series going. It's a lot of fun. I'm on a PvP medium server. But if you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out in any way, gave you some confidence, gave you some tips, anything at all, please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The likes really do help. The comments help. The subscribes really help. Everything helps. So I appreciate everyone who's already supported me, and I thank you very much. My name is Dark, and I will see you next time.